If you're in the market for the top ASIC miners, look no further than ASICmarketplace.com. They have some of the best miners on the market in 2025. To name just a few: Bitmain Antminer L9 and L7, the AlphaPex DG1 Plus, the Canon Avalon A15 XP, and many more. And oh, home miners, ASICmarketplace.com has you covered as well. The AlphaPex DG Home 1, the Bombax EZ100C, the Ice River AL2 Lite, and many more. Finally, 3 big reasons I like ASICmarketplace.com. First, the price on their website is to your door. Shipping and import tax is included in the price. Second, they accept cryptocurrency as a payment method. And third, I've been working with them for over 2 years and never had a bad experience buying from ASICmarketplace.com. Go check out ASICmarketplace.com today and use my discount code to save $100 at checkout. Good morning, good morning. How are you guys doing today? Oh man, I rushed to get things set up this morning. So bear with me here. I was out to breakfast with a friend and hit a bunch of traffic coming home. And so threw this together and oh, there we go. And probably should have given myself more time. But happy to come hang out with you guys right now. Let me get chat up here. Oh man, this is a mess. This is an absolute mess. Here we go. Let's get chat pop out. We're going to put that right up here so I can hang out with you guys and talk, which will be good. Several of you guys coming in. What's up, Joker Miner? Hello, hello. How are you? Automatic Beats is here. Large is here. Backward Miners, J Styles, Howard, Buck, Zachary, Dom. Welcome, guys. Thanks for coming to hang out with me today. Let's put a little music on this morning, just something for the background. That'll work there. Let me know if that's too loud, and we'll crank it down quite a bit. Hello from Houston, Texas. How are you, James? Welcome. Thanks for coming to hang out with me today. So yeah, we're gonna work on. We got 2 GPUs to work on today. Nothing major. I have this Asus 3070. These are bad fan stickers. You can see they're end of, oh god. I could not have planned that better. Wow, look at the inside of that. Look at that. You can see, I don't know if that's burnt or if that's rust. My guess is something burnt around the bearings there on that right there. But that just came straight off. Couldn't have planned that better. So I do want to get part number information so I can order replacements for these before I sell these. This one, I don't think it's coming off as easy. Nope. But yeah, in a meeting, watching you. Also, 2 voices. Oh, here, let me fix that. Really? You have 2 voices? Is there an audio issue? Someone please let me know. I'm just kind of taking a look here. Want to make sure. Somebody want to confirm outside of Joker, are you hearing 2 voices or does he just have things opened up twice? That would be good. So please let me know in chat. Do appreciate your support. Let me know if there's something goofy going on here. Nothing on my side. Okay, good. Then it's just Joker's side. Okay, I'm like, Joker, you just, have Inception going on for sure. So a new camera, I think, for our live stream. Not sure if I've used this one before. Just say new camera, new lens, which is pretty sweet. Still getting this thing figured out and nailed down and all that fun stuff, which would be good. Your audio is fine. Read the text. Oh, well, thank you. Other than that, the other thing I want to work on is this is actually a 1060 that I had taken apart an old 1060 rig I had that was used for Ethereum. But I wanted to go ahead and sell these, but taking a look, I don't know if this was me early on or if this was a previous owner. I don't remember ever seeing this. Look at the thermal pads just like sticking out the bottom of this thing. So I want to go ahead and take this apart and clean it up and then just repad it real quickly. These are super easy to work on, which will be nice to get it right. You don't have to repad GPUs before you sell them. Only reason I'm doing it is because I don't like the look of that. That looks super sloppy. So maybe this was me, like my first year getting into crypto and mining. I really don't know if this was me. Shame. You know what I mean? Shame. What's up, Boris? How are you, man? Thanks for coming to hang out. Maybe I'll get inspired here to clean and start selling my GPUs. Yeah, I've just started selling my 3070s. They are on the chopping block. And so we are going to part ways with them. So I haven't done this with this camera setup. So we'll see. I don't know if you guys remember the blue mat is the mat that I use for. I haven't done a lot of GPU cleanings in a long time. Let's see how this looks. Let me swap cameras here. Now I do want to mute this camera. Let me know if there's double audio. Okay. Let's see if we can figure out how we want to lay this out here. How do you like make this? No, I don't want that. I'm still learning here. That's solo. How do I make you like the main camera? That's so weird. Let me see. Somebody who's more knowledgeable. I have to sneeze. I want to move this around and get it situated. Let's see. Yeah, the blue mats are awesome. But okay, that's as far as that goes in. It does a digital zoom, so we'll use that there. We want to go like right here. That looks good. Thank you. Now, why is it not? Why aren't you like? This is so wild. They don't make this easy to be like. I'm trying to. Okay, that's a start. Okay, what about here? Nope. Okay. What about here? Nope. Okay, so we're forced to go with this. I think I might just make this a solo camera and be done with this and stop messing with it. So let's see. Oh, okay, we're gonna get this. Thanks for hanging with me, guys. Doing an extra camera is definitely different. So trying to figure this all out. Add to stage. I think we can make it like solo on its own. There we go. We're just going to run with that. How's that sound? It's upside down though. Why don't you guys tell me? It's upside down. Does it allow you to flip the camera? It does not. That sucks. Okay. I mean, I guess it's not the end of the world. Just upside down for you guys. I was hoping it would flip it around, but it doesn't look like we can flip the camera in. And I'm not going to spend a ton of time on this. We're just gonna dive in, right? So let's move this over here. We'll put it right there. There we go. How's that sound? Does that work? Does that work for you guys? So this thing is like crazy dirty from the last time I used it and just never got cleaned up, I don't think. There's still like thermal paste on it and everything. Man, you guys got to clean up after yourselves. Heck yeah. So anything big today? I haven't really been keeping an eye on the markets or anything. I did see Bitcoin was down to like 82,000, which was like, oh, painful. But other than that, haven't kept up with a ton at this point in time. So yeah. So all right, let's do this one first. The Asus. Nice Tuesday afternoon. Solar doing amazing. Oh, look at you, nice and sunny. Okay, so we're going to take this apart because we only need to find out what the fan part numbers are for this. This one actually has never been taken apart, actually, but they don't make these easy at all. These are, we'll have to look there. These are, these seem like they're attached via the back of this shroud here, is what it actually looks like, is what I'm seeing. So, way to make it easy for us, guys. So we're going to do this for a little while. In the meantime, just hang out, talk with you guys, talk crypto, which will be cool. How does that look? Does that look pretty good for you guys right now? Camera's looking okay. All right, let's roll with it. Let's roll with it. Music's not too loud. Nice. Joker Miner, how's your GeoNet doing? Yeah. You're making good money. I'm not making as much as what DJ is doing, but I also don't have the NFT in my hex. Wasn't the first in my hex with my GeoNet. I swear it's all because it took significantly longer to get to me, which really sucked. It took a while when I first got mine. Now, granted, that was some time back. There's a little bit more bigger hype, you know. I have 3 running, and the car piece doing great. The car piece. Okay. You have a wing bits? Because I got a wing bits, and I'm waiting for it to come in. I think that'll be cool. Gonna do a video on that in a few weeks as I bump my microphone here. See if you find a lost bullet in there. Yeah, right. All right. I think we got all the screws there. Oh no, there's one more here. You see there's a performance mode and a quiet mode. You see this? I don't know if you guys see that there. Right here. And it's got a little trigger. Performance mode or quiet mode. I didn't even know this thing had that, to be honest with you. It reminds me of like the 580s with the dual BIOS back in the day. If you guys remember that. All right. Am I missing something? Yep, I'm missing one right here. Get that unscrewed. All right. There's a lot of those little ones there. Yeah, a little switch on there, huh? Am I missing another one? No, we're good. And I think she's just a little stuck. Oh my gosh. That factory, the shroud's coming really loose. Is there... Oh, you know what? There may be some screws. Yep. Wow, this one is really hunkered down. So there's screws on the back of each side. Interesting. So there's one there, and then these 3 on the IO side. It took me over 200 days to get my GeoNet NFT. Wow. What a difference in earnings versus splitting with 2. Yeah. I don't think I was first in mine. There we go. She wants to come loose. There we go. Oh, nice. We might be able to get the shroud off without repasting it and everything, which is perfect. That is actually awesome because there's nothing. It runs fine. I just need to replace the fans, so I need to pull these off to get information. Is there a part number of some kind? Yep, part number under here. Yep. Nice. All right. So, all right, you guys ready? This says, somebody write this down, okay? Everflow model T as in Tango 129215 S as in Sierra, U as in umbrella. Somebody find me that part number so I can buy it. That would be fantastic. Getting about 75 GeoNet. Thank you for putting that in chat. Perfect. If you're on Discord, please send it to me on Discord too. That would be awesome. And then see if they have it on Amazon would be perfect. Because that would be a nice win. Just order it right off Amazon. All right. So the nice thing is now that I think about it, all the screws I took off on the bottom, I did not have to take off. But I haven't worked on these style of Asus cards before, so now we at least know for the future that, like, hey, you know, I'm gonna leave this apart so that when I get the new fans in, will be good. I also I'll take it out back today and blow it out, which will be nice. But yes, so yeah, this is actually, man, fan replacements on this is actually quite easy versus a lot of other ones. It is super convenient that you don't actually have to take off like the heatsink and everything. A lot of other cards out there, you got to take off the heatsink. So we're going to put those screws all back on before we're done here, which will be nice. Yeah, I'm hoping we can get like fan replacements for like $20 or something like that. That would be really nice. There we go. All right. Where are you going? Oh, is there an LED in here? There is. Okay, interesting. Oh, this one might be different. All right, we're gonna leave this there's an RGB in here. Look at that. That's different. So I bet you this is gonna cost more because there's a cord going in the front to an RGB with the Asus on the side here. And so I bet you this fan is definitely somebody just messaged me. That's one of you guys. I bet you it's going to cost more for this fan because of it not being like a normal fan cable. I bet. There we go. All right. Bad fans are out. They're going to go, as I tell my kids, we're going to go ahead and send them to be with Jesus. Fans are gone, which is good. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I want to put, right now it's just paste holding this on. But I want to put all these screws back in that didn't need to get taken off. Now there are some screws that do for the shroud here, but these middle ones for like the heat sink and stuff like that, those really didn't need to come off now that I've opened this up for the first time. So we're going to get that put back together. Less screws for us to worry about, which is nice. How many of you guys in chat have GPU rigs that you've never pasted? That you've never repasted or anything? Not a sin, just curious, like, because I know a lot of people haven't done this. It's just a little intimidating sometimes. I get it, 100%. I keep all the parts in purgatory. Smart. All right, what else can we? This one up here, and this one right here. These are two that are right here. That's these guys. Yeah, like I know, I don't know, did Panda back in the day when he first got started, did he do a lot of repasting and repadding before he had hundreds of GPUs? Because he's like the first person I think about. All right, all the other ones are part of a shroud. So that's helpful. For sure. All right, we're gonna move these, transport these, because we want to open up the next GPU. That one we actually want to do a new pad, new paste and everything on it. And then we can actually put it in a test rig behind me too, which is nice. Okay. Come on. Yeah, definitely don't feel you need to repad and repaste your GPUs before you sell them, because that's absolutely not the case. It is just, we're doing this because these are outliers. Usually I just wipe them down, blow them out, and move on with my day. This situation's a little bit more of an outlier with the bad fan. I just don't want to sell them with like bad fans and then have like drama or problem. All right, so let's move on to this guy. Let me clean this off real quick. These are actually crocodile wipes. Don't know if you guys have ever used these before, but they are awesome. They work super, super well, which is really, really nice to have. Oh man, that's really loud. let's pause that. There we go. Yeah, they work awesome. Great for cleaning all different surfaces. Really enjoyed them. Do the trick. All right, if you filter air and recirculate, pads and paste last a long time depending on your heat situation. Yep, I can see that. I can't even afford a 5080 for my own personal use, let alone multiple for mining. However, I've been wheeling and dealing on Hash Power Marketplace. Nice. You know what might be better for you is looking at like deepin projects, you know, hoping to get enough block rewards to fund a new PC. That's great. That's great. Yeah, I mean, deepin sounds like it's going to be a better avenue for you to go. Just based off of those comments. All right, so to recap, this one's issue is like the thermal pads are just sticking out like crazy, and we could cut them and try to dress this up, but I think a better avenue to go. This one is super quick to repad and repaste. These little guys here, little 1060s. I actually had a rig of these little guys back when during Ethereum days. 1060s, 580s. Oh yeah. Look at this. Look at this. Boop. Look at that. That's it. All there is to it. That's it. The simplest out there. Wow. Crazy, crazy. Yeah, we're definitely going to get this. This was either done by me when I first started learning how to do this, which I'm going to admit was probably me, or this was done by someone else, because this is not good. Not good. So one thing I want to do is I do want to see the thickness of these pads. There we go. Yes, I still have this digital. It's called a digital caliber, and I still have not replaced this digital caliber with one that actually has the lid for the battery, you know. All right, here we go. Oh my gosh, these are like so bad. I may have to, somebody who's feeling adventurous wants to Google EVGA 1060 6 gigabyte and tell me what the thermal pad thickness is. That would be awesome. But we're still, and I may even do this. This is like having issues here. There we go. This is thin. My guess is maybe 0.5, but we're still going to Google that because these pads are really beat. Really beat. 1 millimeter? Is that what you're finding online? Wow, these are bad. These are bad. These are like so brittle. Like this is a mess to get off. Oh my gosh. It's like so hard. Yeah, these are well past due for sure. The great Google. It's like, yeah, where's my trash? I'm having a hard time getting it off, to be honest with you. Like these are, man. Let's what do I got here? What do we got? We got some stuff that'll fit. All right. There we go. All right. Yeah, it just was not coming off at all. I'm trying to keep it all on the card, and then I can like brush it into the trash can. Definitely give this a nice alcohol bath here. And if you guys ever need supplies for doing exactly what we're doing right now, check out my Discord. I actually have a sub-channel dedicated with videos on how to do exactly what we're doing, as well as supplies for it. So if you guys are like, oh, I like that blue mat, or what alcohol is he using? It's all in there if you need it. Bitcoin's at 81. Crazy, crazy. I have to buy some more today. I've been doing like 500 a day as it's been down in USDT I've had. All right, let's brush this in here. Look at that difference. Look at that difference. That's wild. Wild difference. How many Nubilas you getting a day? Oh, I have to look. I haven't looked. I thought it was a set amount. I thought it was like 7,000 or something a day. All right, so we're gonna need, there's alcohol. We have our paste. Oh, I got more paste here too. We have 2 of those actually. I have a little bin for all my cleanings that I do. So yeah. Okay, 1 millimeter, perfect. 5,700 ish. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you and I, it's all the same. We all get the same amount right now. It's all based off of the number of units on the network. So if you guys are like, oh my gosh, what is he doing? This is actually 99.9% alcohol is what it is. And I literally just give it a bath. It's exactly what you do. Because this will dry in no time. So don't get overly like concerned if you're like, oh my gosh, wow, this is actually paste is pretty dried out too. And somebody, whoever buys this, I sold I've been selling these for about 50 bucks a pop. These 1060s, these little ones here. What's up, DJ? How are you, man? Hey, I saw you in that Spaces yesterday. That was, man, some of these guys. We were on a sorry, I'm leaning over. We were on a Google Spaces yesterday on Bitcoin mining, and some of these guys, man, they're such afraid. They're so afraid. It's pretty wild. It was good. I tried to keep it grounded to mining specifically and more realistic versus like some of these guys were way out there. I don't know if you noticed that, DJ. I saw you in there. I saw you. Also, some of those guys, man, they just like to talk. A lot of talkers for sure. A lot of talkers. I actually will be on a DPIN one with Wolf Financial Thursday, I think. Wednesday or Thursday, actually. So looking forward to that. Yeah, not a lot of people. The time, I don't know. Time of day is usually pretty good, but there is not a lot of people interested in GPU cleanups. Usually we get a good amount of people in here, over 100 during the day. But today, unless I'm reading this wrong, there is like nobody watching today, so that's okay. GPU mining is Panda's video today. Definitely a good reflection of things not looking so great, you know. Yeah, they invited me on the Spaces, but it seems boring. Maybe if they paid me. Yeah, I do it from the perspective of it's great growth opportunity, like from a Twitter perspective. A lot of, you get a lot of followers from Twitter from doing those. And the nice thing is you're tapping into markets like people that you wouldn't traditionally reach. So that's why I do the Twitter Spaces, honestly. A lot of Spaces, cadets out there waiting out. Yeah. I mean, I like the Twitter Spaces that there's less like speakers, like 2 to 3, but I don't, and that's something I mentioned to Wolf Financial afterwards, because I haven't been on one of theirs in like a year. I just mentioned to them afterwards, like, hey, 7 to 8 speakers is too much. Like it's I don't know, it's less of a conversational piece, and you just have, instead of it being really moderated, it's usually just like people talking over each other. Like I put my hand up there because that's like the way you're supposed to do it with Twitter Spaces, and there's 2 guys on there that talk for like eternity. So it's like, and it's all like speculative on like the government taking over Bitcoin mining, and it's like, oh gosh, guys, like stop being afraid of the world. You know what I mean? Just my 2 cents in there, for sure. All right, we're just gonna give this backside a quick cleaning. Those of you guys just coming in, we are just going ahead and getting 2 GPUs prepped for sale. I don't usually go this extreme with a GPU for cleanup, but this one actually had like the thermal pads like hanging out the side of this thing. I don't know what happened, and they looked like tissue paper, as you guys said in chat. So I was like, I'm gonna clean this up. I don't feel comfortable selling it the way it was. And the other one, we have to replace 2 fans. So I thought, instead of trying to sell it with bad fans, I'll spend a few minutes taking it apart on the live stream, and then I got to order the fan replacements, which will be good. All right, that part's done. We'll put that off to the side. Weird question. I know it won't earn much, but provided I have a beefy enough PSU, can I simply add a GPU to a personal PC that's only for mining? Yes, 100%. You're not limited to 1 GPU at all. You are not limited to 1 GPU at all. You can put as many as you want. It just depends on it, supporting it. Yep. That's literally what a GPU mining rig is. It's just a computer with several GPUs. That's all. Yeah, this is quite a mess to get this off here. I might here, let's do this. Let's let this sit for a minute. And you guys had said 1 millimeter. Let me grab a 1 millimeter. I do need to get a pair of scissors real quick. Let me get scissors. Well, dang, that took 10 times longer than I expected. I couldn't find them, so I grabbed the whole bag. I have a network bag. I know, right? It has all my network equipment in it for doing networking stuff. I'm trying to rummage through it right now because I am like, where are these? Usually this is the spot they are, right? Oh, I found them. They were hidden in a side pocket. What in the world? I like to use Paladin scissors. I usually use for networking with like cabling and stuff like that. Because they're so sharp, they do great with the thermal pads, which is good. Which is really, really good. Works out well. All right. Let's get this finished up here. Oh my word. This paste is like... It's rough. Definitely rough. We'll get it. We'll get it though. I have to keep reminding myself that like I'm selling this to someone. I'm not going to be running this myself. Canaan was in the news, invested 500 million for a new building in the US. Because I know a lot of these chip manufacturers and companies are popping up in the US because all of a sudden now with tariffs and with tax incentives and everything, all of a sudden everyone's starting to show up in the US. It's like, dang, finally get your butts out of like Shanghai and Shenzhen and get your butts in the US. I mean, I get it. If is it a labor thing? What is it? My guess is it's mostly labor, cheaper labor over there in China, which wouldn't be surprising. Yeah, they're building in China, then I don't care. That doesn't help us out any, right? There's a... Okay. That's pretty dang good. Best she's gonna have for right now. Okay. All right. Might as well wipe off the shroud before we get in here. I mean, it's good to see the company like continuing to invest and build and stuff, but at the same time, it's like, we want that in the U.S. We want to, you know, U.S. jobs, help out the U.S. economy, deal with tariffs and all the customs issues that we have going on, you know, like. But I guess at the end of the day, it's good to see. Ow, dang, I'm gonna cut myself. ASIC manufacturers reinvesting. Yeah. Listen. Okay. So we have 1mm. We did have, there were pads here, and here. I'm surprised there weren't any pads on here. That's, you know. So, that's actually not even, now that I look on it, let's look how this lines up. I want to see how this lines up to see. Yeah, this area here and this area here aren't even covered by the heatsink. Interesting. Yeah. Castle was messaged on Coinbaro yesterday. That's sick. Sweet. We need all the CASPA interest we can get. You know what I mean? 100%. Yeah. We'll take it. We will take it. All right. Oh my goodness. Okay. So the way I like to do this is line it up. And then, come on. I'm going to move my mic a little bit here. So we'll cut in. These are the GPU riser pads, which I've always really liked. Better quality. The 20 Kelvin ones. Doesn't have to be rocket science here, people. Doesn't have to be rocket science. Just lay the whole pad on there. Yep, and then you're done, right? Done. Yep. Move my mic out of the way a little bit. There we go. I can actually rotate it. There we go. To give you a little better. Now I can sit here and do this at the same time, which is nice. All right. We're trusting you on your Google research skills of 1mm. Look at that. Look at that. Who's calling me? I don't know. I don't know that number. Okay, we're gonna do these two down here too. They mentioned a fork. Oh, just lay the, yeah, dumb question. CASPA is ASIC, not GPU, correct? I mean, you can do GPU. However, the downside is you know, you can't mine it anymore. Like once it hits ASICs, it's very difficult to turn a profit, let alone to really make anything. It's a K-heavy hash algorithm. It started on GPUs. So a lot of us got in, you know, those of us that have been around for a little while, we got in on CASPA when it was GPU mineable. And then it moved to FPGA. And then after FPGA, it moved, you know, you moved to ASIC, which you traditionally see. I'm going to put pads along here and there. I mean, it can't hurt the way I'm looking at this. So we're going to do it anyway. It's not even like covered by the heatsink or anything. So yeah, why not, right? I'm just thinking, hey, if it helps to dissipate anything, why not, right? Okay. Good question though there. All right. Let's get this on this side and get on the other side. And get it back up and running. There we go. All right, one more strip and we're good. Okay, so what coin do people mine with GPUs? Just Ethereum Classic? Not at all. Most people don't even mine GPUs Ethereum Classic because of the fact that Ethereum Classic has ASICs on it, so you're not making anything. Yeah, you're not, you know, GPU mining is not profitable. Like Red Panda Mining had a good video on it today. Pretty much like you know, it is dead. Like there's nothing. GPU mining is not worth it unless, you know, now if you have a rig, if you have a PC and you want to repurpose it every once in a while and throw it on to mine, great. You know, you'll earn a little bit here and there, but just GPU mining, yeah, is not profitable anymore. You're honestly, this is what I tell people, and this is not to be rude and not to be mean, but you can walk down the street and find more money on the side of the road than you make with your GPU mining rig per day. Now, this doesn't apply to people that spend $2,000 on a graphics card and get a 5090. I'm not talking to those people. Those people are taking them and actually putting them on AI. You're not GPU mining with it. Howard Buck, welcome back, man. Welcome back to the Nomi Squad. Or should I say welcome to the Nomi Squad? I think you were in the Nomi Squad for a little while. Happy to have you. Happy to have you. All right. We're taking Arctic Silver MX4. And we are just going to do a little P on here. I am not overdoing this. Some people will spread it. I am not overly concerned. This is a small little GPU with no cooling issues prior to me playing with it. So I'm not as concerned on like, oh my gosh, it's not going to be. It's fine. It's fine. And we're selling this too. All right, let's. That goes like that. Let's connect. It's always good to sometimes connect the fan before you actually put it down because you might not have much room to work with. Put that in there. All right, fan's connected. We're then going to angle this down. And our screw holes, we're just going to shift over, and there we go, which is awesome. I'm buying this to get your DNA off the pads. Nice. Nice. Build more. I like it. Smart move. Smart move, Tech Man. Well, I just like the idea of repurposing hardware I already have to generate something. Yep. No, I get it 100%. 100%. Yep. Yeah, I mean, your best bet there is probably then to like use a platform like NiceHash, and it'll algorithm swap based off of what's most profitable and mine that for you automatically and then just pay you in Bitcoin. Or a platform like Unmineable, but that doesn't do like algorithm swapping for the most profitable. So I don't know that I would recommend that. I would say probably NiceHash is great. The only downside about NiceHash's platform is KYC, and traditionally most people are not interested in KYC coming from the mining space. All right, let me get cleaned up here. All right, let me get cleaned up here, and then we're gonna throw this GPU on our test bench, and we will test it out to make sure it works good, and we'll go on our merry way. I do use 3D Mark is what I traditionally put on there to kind of stress test the GPU and see how that runs, which is nice. Okay, getting cleaned up. Almost done. All right, let me get a monitor on that, and we'll get the GPU installed, which would be nice. All right, we're powering that up there. We'll see how we do. Nice and easy. Get that online, which is nice. And see how we make out here. As I said, we're just going to boot into Windows and put it through 3D Mark just to make sure it's doing well. Is kind of the goal there, which should be good. So yeah, so in the meantime, we'll hang out and chat for a little bit. I'll run that test here once it comes up, which will be really, really nice. Be good to go. Any miners you guys got your eyes on right now? I got one miner that I'm going to be doing a video on for Friday that I'm excited about, actually. Really, really excited about for it. I'm eager to share that with you guys. The first thing I'm going to do is actually I'm just going to run MSI Afterburner and force the fans to be 100% to make sure the fans are good. So I'm going to restart it first. I think it's applying the drivers, so it didn't show up there. You're looking at the Avalon Q. The Avalon Q looks really, really good. I was actually talking with 2 companies about doing some type of partnership with that item because I think there's a lot of interest there in the Avalon Q. I would have bought one already if I knew how I was going to handle the power needed. What is the Avalon Q power-wise? Are you like in an apartment or something? I didn't think it was insane. I'm looking it up now to see. 1600 watt. Really? No way. Is it really that high? Wow. Yeah, you're not even going to run that on traditional 15 amp. That is tough. That is not a like home miner setup. Dang. That's frustrating. All right, fans working. I'm now going to go ahead and we're going to run it through 3D Mark here. Give it to the mark treatment. That's right. So temps are good right now. It's at 36C, so it's good. It doesn't have any load on it. And I'm loading up 3D Mark now. It does take a minute though. That's what I do. That's what I do with all my GPUs before I sell them. I have a Bidax Gamma. I've been running it for a couple weeks. Nice, 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 nice. Finally got shipping info for the Volkminer D1 Mini. Should be in the house on the 25th. That's fantastic. I actually have one out in my car right now. So I am, I just got back from, if you guys weren't here at the top of the stream, I was out to breakfast with a close friend. And on my way back, hit up the post office and got a few boxes. And so, yeah, I am eager to do that video. Yeah, I was disappointed when I saw the power consumption on the Avalon Q. I like the bit chimney a lot, and it uses a lot less. Yeah. The bit chimney is awesome. That was in my garage like the entire winter, and it's worked out really, really well. Now I haven't had it. I haven't had my bit chimney on the 1,000 watt mode. I think it's, don't quote me, I think it's like the 600 or 700 watt mode. All right, we're putting it through 3D Mark test here. It's going to kick off in just a minute. It stresses it out. It puts it to the test. Actually gives you a score at the end, which is pretty sweet. I usually sell these locally. My GPUs I've been doing a few here and there that I've sold elsewhere. But yeah, even at 1600 watts, the Avalon Q is stupid efficient. Yeah, I would agree. I mean, I think it's a great, it reminds me of the Flu miners. It reminds me of the Jazz miners, like the AlphaPex DG Home 1. Like, I love that avenue that we're going. ASIC miners with similar hash rate has 2 to 3x the power. Yeah. I'm around 700 watts in the garage and getting about 50 terahash. Nice. Yeah, I mean, the Canaan Avalon, I think, has a lot of potential to it. I'm eager. What's that? Avalon Q. Yeah, there it is. 90 terahash. Now, it doesn't make a lot per day, 50 cents a day. So that's really the hard part right now. But you can't even look at that. Like, the market's such shit right now. Like, you can't even be concerned about that. So that's something to keep in mind. It's like, don't even bother looking at that. All right, we're doing our test behind us here. You can see it's got a whole, like, it almost looks like, it reminds me of Destiny. These tests always remind me of, like, Destiny. Looks really cool, though. All right, once we finish this up, we're going to wrap things up for today. Just want to make sure this is in good standings. Oh, one of you guys sent me the fan info. That's right. I wanted to see how much the fans were going to look like. Look at the KS7 profitability. I still want one. Oh, now I say and then I'm gonna have a video coming out. I bought 2 KS5Ls for $100 each, so cannot complain there. I thought I saw. Oh, here we go. Here it is. Oh, you found it on Amazon as well. Oh, that's awesome. Let's take a look here. So that's the exact model. I might have to look into that. I might have to keep those fans. So, oh man, these fans are covered in thermal. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to see. I wonder if there's a separate model for this other piece. I wonder if there's 2 models because of the different fan types. Let's look. So they're the same model, but yeah, I'll have to hunt that down. But thank you very much for sending me over the details on this. That is perfect for the fans, so I can take a look at those fans. So we did finish. Scored an 892, woo, and it went to 45C, and that's it. So that's really good. So I'm happy to see that as well, which is awesome. Yeah, I think this will be good. I mean, I just have to get these fan replacements and we'll be on our merry way, which will be awesome. But guys, that's going to wrap things up for today. Quick stream, 1 hour, just working on those 2 GPUs. I got some content to work on for you. Tomorrow's video, please keep an eye out for. It's going to be awesome. At least I'm excited for it. I hope you guys are excited for it. Other than that, stop in the Discord, continue the conversation, and I will see you guys next time. Next Tuesday, I will not be live. I will be at Mining Disrupt, which will be awesome. Looking forward to it. So I'll see you guys next time. Take care, guys. Thank you.
Wondering what crypto miner hosting is and why you need it? If you're tired of dealing with high heat, constant noise, and skyrocketing electric bills from running your crypto miners at home, we've got the solution. Welcome to Terra Hosting. We make crypto mining hassle-free. Our top-tier facilities ensure your operations run smoothly with an impressive average 99% uptime. Need help? Our 24/7 support team and repair services are always ready to assist you. Got a broken machine? We offer RMA assistance to get you back on track as fast as possible. While you wait for your unit, Terra Hosting will loan you a similar model so that you don't lose hash rate, keeping your profits coming in. Looking to expand your farm? Our clients get significant discounts on mining hardware. Make the smart move to Terra Hosting. Visit terrahosting.io today and experience stress-free crypto mining.